Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here at the Capital Region International Airport, which of course is where our studio is. But we are going to run over to Grand Rapids right now. Jeff Lobdell is the president and founder of Restaurant Partners Management, LLC, which is headquartered in Grand Rapids. So Jeff, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Let's start with, tell us a little bit about Restaurant Partners Management.
Thank you, Chris. I'm here in my office at the corner of 28th and Division in Grand Rapids, one of the busiest intersections in Grand Rapids, right above the Beltline Bar. So the Beltline Bar is a famous Tex-Mex place. We just celebrated 70 years, and we're coming up on 6 million burritos sold. The Beltline Bar is one of my 20 restaurants that I have, primarily in Grand Rapids and the Traverse City area.
And nobody kept track of the beers, huh?
Yeah, no, there's probably maybe 1.5 beers per burrito. So who knows? Maybe we're hitting 10 million. Maybe we need to go back and check those numbers as well.
There you go. Well, tell us a little bit about your company.
Sure. My first restaurant was called the Bagel Beanery at the corner of Michigan and College up near Spectrum Health, formerly Butterworth Hospital. Is the first bagel bakery and coffee shop to have a drive-through on it, and I opened a couple more. My goal was to create a brand of my own that I could grow throughout the Michigan and maybe even the Midwest. And I had about 3 or 4 stores open, and then a restaurant consultant I was working with by the name of John Gruner told me, my friend Jerry Rakowski is getting ready to retire. You should look at the Beltline Bar. And so Jerry and I worked out a deal, and I go, I love the Beltline Bar. So I had a Tex-Mex restaurant and some bagel shops. And then another friend, George Wanty and Mark Persley, like, hey, I heard you helped Jerry retire. We'd like to sell the Sundance Grill restaurants. And I'm like, I love the Sundance Grill restaurants. And so then I had those. And next thing I know, the folks in Traverse City that had the omelet shop and bakery restaurants, there was 2 of them. They said, hey, we'd like to sell these restaurants. And worked out something to buy those, and there were some nice seller financing and bank financing involved, and I'm like, all right, wait, I got to get back, too many bright shiny objects here. I'm gonna grow the omelet shop brand, and I opened 2 omelet shops in Grand Rapids, and then Boone's Primetime Pub became available in Traverse City, and just it's like clockwork. There's a retiring restaurateur that's come wanting to sell, and they know when they've contacted me that I'm going to keep the brand going as is and keep the people. So I set off on a goal to create a brand, and I fell into a niche of acquiring restaurants from retiring restaurateurs, or people wanting to move on to a different industry or something. And a lot of legacy brands, besides the ones I mentioned, also have the Flapjack Shack in Traverse City, Rockwell Republic, downtown Grand Rapids, Real Food Cafe. There's 2 of those here in Grand Rapids. Red Geranium Restaurants in Grand Rapids. The Grand Coney on Michigan Street in Grand Rapids. Pete's Tavern in Byron Center. An Apache Trout Grill in Traverse City. West End Tavern in Traverse City. Recently, the Rainbow Grill in Grand Rapids, and also Noble Restaurant. So a lot of different restaurants in the Grand Rapids area.
Unbelievable. So how many restaurants in total? And congratulations on your acquisition growth, because that's a great way to go.
Thank you. Yeah, there are, and I'm not adding to the carbon footprint of building more restaurants. They're already there. Instead of like closing them down, we keep the jobs intact. There are 15 in Grand Rapids and 6 in Traverse City. And there are 2 hotels as part of my group in Traverse City, the Sugar Beach Resort and Grand Beach Resort.
Well, it does not come as any surprise to me then that you are, in fact, being named chair of the National Restaurant Association. And congratulations on that. Were you involved in the Michigan Restaurant Association?
Yep, I was chair in 2007. So that was good. That was good training ground for me. That was a big, important job back then. And Michigan has a great association. I've been on the board with the National Restaurant Association for 10 years now. And I understand you're once chair of the Small Business Association. So maybe I can get some pointers from you.
Well, I can tell you where the parking is not. It is a great experience, and you're going to enjoy it. So as chair, and I understand you have a 3-year term as chair. What do you?
One 1 year term, but I was a treasurer. Then it's kind of sliding. Yeah, 1 year term.
Okay, so that's what we did
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
national too.
yeah.
So tell me what's going to be your mission here?
Well, I want to bring everybody together. In addition to my restaurants, which are a lot of little neighborhood places, I have family in the fast food business, family in the brewery business. I have hotel business. I want to bring all of hospitality together. So when there's, and you all know what business is. A lot of this is advocacy. There's a charitable element, there's a training element, but a lot of it is advocacy. And I want to advocate for all restaurants. We have 1 million restaurants in this country and 15 million restaurant hospitality workers. So that's 15 million families that count on a healthy industry. And so I want to represent everybody.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to do a great job, I can tell, and the way you came through that merger and acquisition thing. It's like the more you do, the better you get at it, and obviously you have done really well. Jeff Lobdell, congratulations, president and founder of Restaurant Partners, but also incoming chair of the National Restaurant Association. We wish you good luck with that. Keep us abreast. Let us know how things are going.
Thank you. Anytime you want to talk about anything about hospitality, please give me a ring. I'd love to talk with you some more, Chris.
We will do that because we love hospitality. I'm Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network.